In this building in 2007, I experienced the Masque of the Red Death. It made me think anew about the way that stories that exist in buildings and the way that we present them, and those thoughts have been developed considerably in my work at historic royal palaces.
In this building I created a bedroom for the One-on-One Festival and performed to 220 people.
It was really nice actually being given the opportunity to prove myself here, because a lot of companies before didn't give me that chance.
In this building I gained a lot of self-confidence as a performer.
From the moment Battersea Arts Centre came down and saw our work, they've encouraged us and taken us not only to London but to the rest of the world.
And I now run South Bank Centre, which is 21 acres, but the intimacy that I explored in Battersea Arts Centre, I try to make sure that happens here as well.
One of the producers, she actually pointed out to me a job opportunity going. She wrote me a reference. And really just kind of helped set me up to do that.
We volunteered and helped to say, but we are still volunteering this day.
How can we make this drama intervene in the life of the city in a new way? And it's what everyone is directed at achieving.
In this building I never feel as if I'm seeing the theatre of the past, I feel as if I'm watching the theatre of the future.
Battersea Arts Centre gave me the proof of a conviction I've always had, which is that if you combine a love of community with a love of the arts, you can make a place that everybody feels is both welcoming and challenging.
I met my partner here and I've now got 2 young children, and yeah, I've started a family.
Battersea Arts Centre sponsored artists who are very well known to this day, probably had their first touring experience and probably their first out of London performances on that tour.
I work in that big place. I do what's up.
I guess I'm expecting to be surprised.
And in that time I was lucky enough to take kind of the ethos of BAC in the building and how we deliver those shows out to other venues.
In this building, all parts of buildings are incredibly theatrical. It's informed to a huge extent the subsequent work I've done.
And I'm standing now in the place where I met a man called Adrian Kohler. And really, without that chance encounter in this room at the Battersea Arts Centre in 1995, you could say Warhorse would never have happened.
This building is forever changing and transforming and developing and advancing. It's for everyone.